You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. As Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Here, y'all. Yesterday, this election official in Georgia was pissed. When I say he was pissed, listen how my man just marched to the podium.
Good afternoon. My name is Gabriel Sterling. I'm the Voting System Implementation Manager for the state of Georgia. And just to give you all a heads up, this is going to be sort of a two-part press conference today. And at the beginning of this.
All right, so here's the deal. So our folks, we edited that, we cut off the front. The reason I set that up, because Gabriel was so angry. He was so angry with Republicans. When I saw the video, I was like, is he okay? I thought, his wife made him sleep on the couch, how he just rolled out and how he just came to the podium stomping, slamming stuff. I mean, Gabriel was just a wee bit angry and upset with Republicans when he rolled through, and so we're gonna do this here. We cut the part out. I'm gonna find the march out. Now he slamming stuff down, and then he started. So run his comments on the end of that. I'm gonna show you how that actually started. Go.
Good afternoon. My name is Gabriel Sterling. I'm the Voting System Implementation Manager for the state of Georgia. And just to give you all a heads up, this is going to be sort of a two-part press conference today. And at the beginning of this, I'm going to do my best to keep it together, because it has all gone too far. All of it. Joe DeGenova today asked for Chris Krebs, a patriot who ran CISA, to be shot. A 20-something tech in Gwinnett County today has death threats and a noose put out saying he should be hung for treason because he was transferring a report on batches from an EMS to a county computer so he could read it. It has to stop. Mr. President, you have not condemned these actions or this language. Senators, you have not condemned this language or these actions. This has to stop. We need you to step up, and if you're going to take a position of leadership, show some. My boss, Secretary Raffensperger, his address is out there. They have people doing caravans in front of their house. They've had people come onto their property. Tricia, his wife of 40 years, is getting sexualized threats through her cell phone. It has to stop. This is elections. This is the backbone of democracy, and all of you who have not said a damn word are complicit in this. It's too much. Yes, fight for every legal vote. Go through your due process. We encourage you, use your First Amendment. That's fine. Death threats, physical threats, intimidation. It's too much. It's not right. They've lost the moral high ground to claim that it is. I don't have all the best words to do this because I'm angry. And the straw that broke the camel's back today is, again, this 20-year-old contractor for a voting system company just trying to do his job. Just there. In fact, I talked to Dominion today, and they said he's one of the better ones they got. His family's getting harassed now. There's a noose out there with his name on it. It's not right. I've got police protection outside my house. Fine. You know, I took a higher profile job. I get it. Secretary ran for office. His wife knew that too. This kid took a job. He just took a job. And it's just wrong. I can't begin to explain the level of anger I have right now over this. And every American, every Georgian, Republican and Democrat alike, should have that same level of anger. Mr. President, it looks like you likely lost the state of Georgia. We're investigating. There's always a possibility. I get it. And you have the rights to go through the courts. What you don't have the ability to do, and you need to step up and say this, is stop inspiring people to commit potential acts of violence. Someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to get shot. Someone's going to get killed. And it's not right. It's not right. And y'all, I don't have anything scripted. This is, like I said, I'm going to do my best to keep it together. All of this is wrong. The Geneva who said for Chris Krebs to get shot is a former U.S. attorney. He knows better. The people around the president know better. Mr. President, as the Secretary said yesterday, people aren't giving you the best advice on what's actually going on the ground. It's time to look forward. If you want to run for re-election in 4 years, fine, do it. But everything we're seeing right now, there's not a path. Be the bigger man here and step in, tell your supporters, don't be violent, don't intimidate. All that's wrong. It's un-American.
So, y'all, I've covered a lot of news conferences. I mean, a whole lot of news conferences. And typically when you're covering these news conferences, you're just sort of just sitting there and you're just waiting for this whole thing to start. This is how this was started. I just want to let y'all know that if I was sitting in that, sitting there waiting for him, I would have went, oh, shit. This is about to be lit. This is how he walked out, y'all.
Good afternoon. My name is Gabriel Sterling. I'm the Voting System Implementation Manager for the state of Georgia.
Robert, his whole deal was like, I'm about to come out of here, I'm about to bust a cap in somebody's ass. That was his, I'm telling you, when I saw the video. My name is Gabriel, and this is some bullshit. I'm gonna keep this together. I was like, damn, Gabriel.
Well, look, I'm just really happy that everybody across the country is finally getting a chance to experience Georgia politics at their finest. This isn't new. This is how politics in Georgia always are, is a full contact sport. One of the mistakes people make is thinking they can send in, coordinators and strategists from other states to campaign in Georgia. It don't work that way. We a different breed. And what Republicans in Georgia are realizing is that MAGA movement is not a Republican movement. It is a separate, independent movement centered around the iconoclastic figure of their martyr, Donald Trump, and anybody who gets in the way. They may caucus with Republicans. They may work with Republicans. They may be running with Republicans right now. But if Donald Trump ran as a Democrat in 4 years, that MAGA movement would come with him to the Democrats. If he ran as a Green Party candidate or a Free Earth candidate, they will go with him there. So,
and Robert, speaking of that, you talk about them crazy-ass MAGA people, that attorney Lynn Wood, Sidney Powell, they all had a little news conference today. And then they featured some of them ignorant black MAGA people like Georgia Representative Vernon Jones, the dumbass, the Kappa who went crowd surfing. With the MAGA people. Then they got this little boy, C.J. Pearson, this conservative. Listen to the nonsense this fool was spewing today.
The mistake of thinking that we were still the party of Mitt Romney, the party of John McCain, the party that didn't know how to fight. But what they don't realize now is that we are the party of Donald J. Trump. We are the party of fighters. We are the party of courageous people who will lay it all out on the field and fight for this nation, because if we don't fight for it, who will? America is the greatest nation in the world, but it is not great by accident. It's great by the continued...
I don't need to hear the rest of that nonsense that he's spewing. It's stupid. But I'm going to play a little bit of this because, Eric, to your point, Robert, to your point, there's another guy who I know, Eric Erickson. Eric Erickson, far-right conservative. I used to be against him on CNN. Eric Erickson is a election lawyer. Okay? He's an election lawyer. He is from Georgia. He has been beside himself with these stuck-on stupid people like C.J. Pearson, like Vernon Jones, like Sidney Powell, like all of these people who are out here alleging this mass conspiracy. I saw this video last night. I even sent Eric an email. I was like, damn, bravo, Eric. Me and Eric don't agree on nothing except probably how good the Chick-fil-A sandwich is. That's about it. We don't go on nothing else. This is, y'all, Eric Erickson, far-right conservative, but an election law expert. Robert, he pissed. He tired of these people. Hit play.
Some of you are wrong on the internet. It pains me to say that you're wrong, and I want to explain to you all how wrong you actually are, because you're wrong. And because you're wrong, it's annoying me, and I realize people are stupid, and people will believe whatever they want to believe. I mean, there are people who believe the moon landing wasn't real. I'm sure there are people who believe they've been possessed by aliens, but just because you believe something doesn't make it true. Sometimes you're just an idiot. So I'm annoyed. I'm actually rather aggravated. And so now I'm going to explain to you. Let me explain how these electronic voting machines work and how they weren't hacked, and you're a dumbass if you think that they were. First of all, did you understand that these machines are not connected to the internet? Now, I know a bunch of idiots out there blithering on the internet are telling you that these machines are connected to the internet. They're not connected to the internet. Do you know how I know they're not connected to the internet? I know they're not connected to the internet because years ago, when Georgia was rolling out its machines, Georgia, among other places, got the bright idea of, hey, if we connect these to the internet, they might get hacked. So they're not connected to the internet. Why? That would be bad. So they're not. So when you hear someone say they're connected to the internet, no, they're full of crap. Now, let's talk about the actual machines. The actual machines in 97% of all precincts in this nation print out a paper ballot receipt that you yourself can read before you stick it into the scanner. And guess what? In Georgia, we counted all 5 million of those pieces of paper that have your actual vote on them that you yourself can see before you or the poll worker slide them into the machine. And guess what? They matched. The machines and the paper ballots matched. So maybe there were careless people not looking at their paper ballot receipt, even though it was a brand new feature in Georgia this year. Maybe they were looking, even though the poll workers who were scanning them actually told everyone to look at them before they put them in the machine. But that's on them. That's not on the machines. And guess what? The paper ballots and the machines matched. But wait, there's more. I asked a cybersecurity expert who believes these things were hacked how it was possible that the paper ballots and the machines aligned. Well, she came up with this thing where that she believed, you know, when you check in, you go to a touch screen, or they check you in a touch screen, and with this touch screen, they list that you are there. Well, she thinks they could be connected to the internet, and they could be pulling data from the cloud. They could see, well, they know you're a hard Republican, and so they're not going to touch your vote, but then somebody else, they may actually alter their ballot. They know they're not going to be careful. That's bull. That's like crap. That's not true. For example, did you know that the machines that check you in at your local polling precinct are completely unrelated from the voting machines? They're not even the same company.
This was a 10-minute video, Scott. He was livid. And he's been tweeting like, I'm tired of you people. Now they're saying he's a never Trumper, even though he didn't vote for Trump in 2016, voted for Trump in 2020, gave to Trump in 2020. But still, this is how nuts these people have become. Scott, you there? Are you frozen?
No, I was frozen. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you. I thought you were going to do a crowd surfing like your frat brother Vernon Jones.
No, he's no longer in the fraternity. You missed that news. But
no, yes he is.
The best part of what that video of Eric Erickson said was he says, you may deeply believe this in your heart of hearts, but that doesn't make it true. And it's so apropos here with these Trump supporters who don't care about practicality, don't care about the science of these voting machines, and don't care about the hand ballots, including the Dominion machines were used in Ohio and I think Utah and several other jurisdictions that Trump won. How do you reconcile that with the fact that the voting machines were used in jurisdictions that Trump won? They're irreconcilable. And so I think we need more Republicans to stand up like that, including Trump supporters. But the train has left the station. And the only thing that's left now is for whether he goes to the transition or rather goes to January 20th or not, the swearing in. I don't really care.
No, here's the whole deal. He going, but first, here's what's going to deal, Monique. First,
You think so?
no. Follow me. Here's what I mean.
Okay.
He's going to stay there through January 20th. Ken Delaney put this tweet out, Monique, saying that that sources are saying that Trump has no plans to go to inauguration. He's going to launch his 2024 bid on the same day. He's not going to call Joe Biden nor invite him to the White House. You know what? Fine. If I'm Joe Biden, this is what I do. Damn Trump. He can go to hell. Biden on Inauguration Day should roll up to the Obama house. Obama should walk out and greet him like they normally do at the White House, go into the house, have coffee with him and Michelle, and then Michelle and Barack and Jill and Joe get in a limo and ride to the inauguration together. We just should simply have the transfer of power from the 44th to the 46th. Just skip the 45th.
Well, where's Kamala in your scenario?
Well, no, normally what happens is when the president goes to the White House, the vice president is not there. That's why I didn't mention Kamala Harris. I mean, it's called protocol, Scott. Keep up. I
was trying to explain that to your audience because they didn't.
Well, I think the audience is smart enough to know that. But again, Monique, that's the whole deal. I don't care if he don't go to inauguration. I don't care. In fact, put one of them plastic ass dummies that put that in the chair and say to his ass that was his seat.
Oh gosh, Roland.
I want to go back to the point where we were. The undersecretary of the underbelly, whoever we started with, who sashayed up to the podium mad and then gave his whole mad speech about how, things have gone too far. What I was thinking about when I first heard them do that is, I would say welcome to 15 seconds of being Black or brown in America, but really it isn't that. It's as close as you will ever be to it. And so I'm going to welcome you in that spirit, but it's not the same as if you've lived an entire life where people have gone too far. You've lived an entire life where you are attacked for no reason, where you are persecuted for no reason, where you are under threat of assassination or killing or murder by the U.S. government and by people in power for no reason at all. And so when he was up there crying his whole mad tears and talking to this president that they elected, by the way, and saying that it's now too far, I'm like, isn't that special? Isn't that convenient? We knew it was too far in 2015 when old dudes started running and y'all thought it was okay to put up a psychotic certified fool into the highest office of the land. But now, 4.5 years later, you're finally done because your white wife, your white children, your lily white neighborhood, and your good government job are being threatened. Welcome to America, Mr. Undersecretary, Underbelly, Second in Command, whoever the hell you are. I don't care really about you except that you're now like me. So can we all get together now and do something better for this country?
Why are you always bringing up old stuff?
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans Contributing $50 each for the whole year, you can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.